Come on over, it's time for Tim Friend. Hey party poopers, welcome back to Tim Friend. I'm Tim and I'm your friend once again in the saddle. And riding on a horse, I guess, because I'll ride like a wyvern. Fuck it. Put me on that wyvern, I'll ride it around. We don't get a wyvern rider until much later, and we don't even see them until later. So people who've never played Fire Emblem are like, what the fuck is he talking about? Anyway, Kent's gonna talk to Freckles McBrownhair and get some kind of weapon. An armor slayer? Is it an armor slayer? It's a heavy spear. That'll do. We can give that to Sane and let him destroy all knights and generals. So we're still playing this Noble Lady of Kaelin mission, starring Lyn, featuring Lyn, starring Hector, and also featuring Eliwood. But we're gonna continue grinding up Priscilla. Our goal right now is to sort of consolidate the two forces, but we do like keeping people over on the right, just because there's shops there, and we desperately are in need of equipment. Will, joining us, essentially gave us a free iron and steel bow, which is nice, but I want more lances, because these guys didn't come with iron lances, and I like iron lances because they're lighter, which means it's easier to double attack with them, and they're more accurate. That's what I was going to say. They also have more uses, and they're cheaper, so there's actually a lot of reasons to like iron lances. The steel lances do more damage, that's true, but I prefer, I'll give them to like Sane, just so he can be overpoweredly strong. Just, to get that burst, single hits in there. But, I'm giving them to someone like Florina will just weigh her down, and then she might not be able to double attack people. Whoa! Forgot that brigand moves. Forgot to check his attack range. Oh well. I got complacent because I was talking about lances. If I had a nickel, fucking, Ooh, Hector gets a double attack. Interesting. It must be because that Pegasus Knight was weighed down by the javelin. And Hector is never weighed down by anything because his constitution is enormous. Hector gets... Oh, man. Gotta get Julia Friend back in the studio, apparently, because Hector only levels up strength and defense when he's with me. Which, that's Hector, but I want something better from him. It's real. Lyn will go hang out with Kent, I think. I forgot to go get my friggin' supports list while I was between episodes, so I don't remember exactly who is getting with whom, one of those two words, but we'll figure it out. We'll try not to do anything, play it very carefully until we know for certain. And, but, it's not gonna screw us up entirely, because who knows, these people might fucking die. And then, that'll make it a lot easier, because then I won't have to deal with them at all. Haha. No, we're not gonna let any more of them die. After that fucking Matthew Guy debacle, that was a real bummer. It sucks. It still sucks. I'm still feeling it a little bit, but I'm mostly over it, and maybe I'll stop complaining about it at some point before we all meet our makers. So the next time you meet your mother and father, maybe I will have stopped complaining about it. Unlikely, though. Unlikely. It depends on how close you are to your mother and father, I suppose. Where can this brigand go? He can hit Lowen. I don't want him to hit Lowen or Marcus. I don't want him to hit anyone except Kent, Sane, or Eliwood, because that's who we're training, gosh dang it. We'll have Priscilla come up and touch off Florina's health. Just give her a little poke with the heal staff. Make her feel good again. Put a little band-aid, a little soap and water. Maybe not soap, just the hot water, get the bacteria or whatever infection. Make feel good, healthy. Oh, Kent forgot to equip the sword instead of the javelin. Sane still got his steel lance equipped, so it's a good thing it didn't go after Sane, I guess. Whoa, that guy can go farther than I expected. Does this mean Urk will get another fucking kill that he doesn't need? Yes, with the double attack. Urk is quickly becoming the premier killer of people in this run through Fire Emblem 7 Hector normal mode. Ooh, I'm glad that I didn't have Kent and Sane up there, because that Cavalier has a Horse Slayer. And Horse Slayers, I believe they do triple their weapon damage. Oswin got a point in speed. He'll still never double anything. Horse Slayers do Essentially, they do a lot of damage against things that are mounted on horses. So Marcus, Lowen, Kent, and Sane. And that's pretty bad. Like, they are notorious for coming out of nowhere and just fucking up your strategy. Because if you're not checking what every weapon is that every enemy has, then you don't know that someone's coming in with something that will obliterate your dude. It just looks like another Cavalier. Just like that one looks like any other Cavalier. But, shit. No, yeah, I'll move Kent there. Sorry, I'm trying to get a steel sword to Lynn. Anyway, but yeah, it just looks like a normal Cavalier, and Cavaliers sort of become like they're very generic enemies. Like, they just have a sword or a lance, and sometimes they have a javelin. So they're fairly easy to beat as long as you have a high defense unit up front. They're rarely fast enough to double attack your guys, and they're often slow enough to be double attacked by your guys. So you feel fairly confident when you see Cavaliers. They're not threatening like something like a Pegasus Knight can be threatening just because of their movement, or a mage can be threatening because not all of your guys have high resistance. So Cavaliers are fairly non-threatening, but then one of them has a horse slayer or an armor slayer, something like that. Something that counters something else. And before you know it, you've lost one of your guys due to just straight up B to the S. Even though it's not BS, it's just sort of you being not thorough. What's the opposite of thorough? Slacking? Slackery, I suppose. Priscilla gets a level up. Oh, wow. Jeez, Priscilla. Well done. Priscilla's very good. I like her. She's good because she's heals on horse, so even if her stats were bad, she'd be very good. But I like her enough to make her a combat unit by the end of the game if I can. Ooh, red gem. That'll be nice. Got some more of that money. We'll send I don't want to send Lowen by himself over to the shops because I think there are reinforcements that spawn from down here. There are in Elliewood mode, but that might be the bandits that just spawned up here or down here. Or these bandits down here might be replacing the ones that normally spawn up here in Elliewood mode. But we'll figure that out at some point. When, bandits spawn or don't. That's something that can be measured. Let's see. What if we had Elliewood also stay with Hector? Just because Elliewood's very good. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Santa. And he needs the experience a little more than Hector. Just a little, though. Just un poquito. Un poquito. We can have... Oh, no, that archer can shoot over there. I'm trying to figure out a way to bait this Myrmidon down. There we go. If we put Florina here, the Myrmidon can come down in there and hit her, and she will destroy him, because Florina is pretty good. Florina is pretty good. So she'll destroy him and be out of range of that archer, and the mage will come and shoot at Rebecca, and Rebecca will shoot him back. Alright, cool. I think we're good there. We'll see, though. We've got we've got reinforcements that are mercenaries coming in from the fortress, and more cavaliers, which I am not afraid of, because of reasons that basically the reasons I just mentioned. The mage comes in and hits Rebecca, which is irritating, because she's got high speed and she's in a forest, so maybe that mage is just accurate. Wait, no. But Rebecca gets the double attack against the mage and kills him. Ah, there's a brigand. And, when the camera jumps around during the enemy turn, it's usually because things are spawning, and I couldn't see what was spawning, but it was just more mercenary cavalier reinforcements, so that's okay. We'll have Lynn go over here, and Kent will follow her. We'll have Will and Sane. Sane will get that iron sword off of Will first. Keep moving over here, just to support these guys, because I'm pretty sure there are reinforcements that come in from the rear. That's a real bummer. A rear bummer? No, it's just a real bummer. I couldn't make that joke work. Rebecca's level 8, Florina's level 8. Urk is level 10. Oswin is his super over-leveled self. We'll have Oswin take the 4. And he will sit there with an Iron Lance. So far this mission is not that threatening. It's just sort of baiting out through the forest, and that's not super exciting. I said I was going to talk about why I don't like this mission, but I kind of forgot. The main reason is that it's very large, but there's also a large patch of forest right in the center of it. Like, look at all that forest. You can see it in the background of this healing area. I just pointed with my finger, so I hope you can see my fingers via magic. But, well, this whole area is very dense with forest, and that slows everyone down. And it makes eyeballing enemies' attack ranges janky as fuck. Because, like, this guy can move 2 squares left, 2 squares right, but then, like, 3 squares up and 3 squares down. And that's fucked. Makes it really hard to figure it out when someone's got a weird thing like a bow, which increases the range. And, I don't know. It's not my favorite map, just in design. But I do like the idea. I like the idea presented, where it's like, have 2 armies and have them reconsolidate through difficult terrain. But there's a really easy path around the bottom, so it's like you just kind of got rid of your entire idea there, which I think is lame. Alright, we're gonna end the turn here. We're gonna watch what happens. The brigand rolls over, because without any villages to sack, they just kind of go straight for the nearest thing to hit. Oswin is Oswin, and mercenary rolled down as well. Let's see if we get any more reinforcements. No. Alright. Well, we will fight the things that are in front of us, as is our way in Fire Emblem 7, next time on Tim Friend. Tim Friend.